Hello, this is Chuck from Professional Sports Training and Rehab. Today I'm going to go over the 7 steps of a Turkish Getup. It's a great tool. Really, I believe it goes through all phases of almost human growth and development. So it hits every phase. It's a real hard exercise. It's a grind. But I'm going to first demonstrate it today, what we call a naked one, meaning no weight. And then we'll advance. I just have a small 20-kilogram one here, and I'll demonstrate it with that. The key is go slow. It will really pick up sort of your movement dysfunctions if you have any. But let me demonstrate it first, like I said, with no weight. I like to tell the client to go into a what I call a snow angel position, where our legs are about 45 degrees, nice position. We're going to start on the right side first. My right leg is bent, my right hand's up. What's key here is you're going to be make sure you're in a nice packed position. So here we are in movement. Step number 1. Step number 2, I've found some people have had a hard problem with this. They always want to roll up. But what we want to do is roll onto the elbow as we punch to the sky. But we're making sure we're staying intact. So, step 2. Boom. And I stop here. A lot of times when we're doing it with no weight, we want the client just to rotate their head to make sure not in a slumped position. So chest up, head up, rotate our hand. If we had a bow, maybe rotate the arm a little bit, really getting that head moving. It's also a nice way to work that vestibular system. Next part, step 3, we go to our hand. When we go to our hand, we're going to rotate the thumb out a little bit. Okay, my chest is up. Once again, check in, little vestibular work. Notice my hip is nice and wide here. Step 4, now I will be honest with you, a lot of our clients, we really stop at step 4 because we want to open up those hips, get that glute activation, and maybe that's all they were going to go. So we were going to really check in where the person is. Some people maybe at step 2. So step 4, we come up, we pause. My shoulder blades are pinched back. My neck is nice and relaxed, okay? Step 5, I'm going to take my left knee towards my right hand. My left hand, and I stop. Notice, as we spoke in an earlier episode, nice hip hinge, thoracics opened up, my neck is relaxed. Okay, into step 6, you're going to get that hip flexor here, moving my neck around, nice good stretch. And we go to step 7, and we stop. Now, we're going to repeat each step just as slow as I came up. Nice hip hinge, drop my hand down, bring my hips up with the high bridge, back to my bottom, to my elbow, and back down again. And if I had a weight, I'd pull it back down and roll it aside, as I'll demonstrate in a second. So this is a real slow grind. You do not want to go fast. It's a great sort of functional mobility exercise or a dynamic warm-up, whatever you want to call it. Now let's demonstrate it once with the weight. So if you're going to use a weight, and I would make sure you have those steps down with no weight first. So we grab with both hands. I press up. My right leg is slightly offset. I'm in a nice packed position. Okay? I'm just going to roll very slowly up to that elbow. I stop. My neck is relaxed. Go to my hand. I stop. The next step, as we spoke earlier, step 5, is that high bridge. Now this is 20 kilogram. I can easily do a high bridge with it. But if I was getting up to the heavier weights, like an 88-pounder or higher, I may not really focus on the high bridge as much. But here, a lot of times in the rehab, especially with the lighter weights, it's okay. So I get my nice high bridge, pause, bring my hand back through, my knee, and I stop, and I come all the way back up again. Same sequence. Notice my wrist is in a nice neutral position, and I drop back down, hit the elbow to the hand, stop back at the high bridge, to my bottom, to my elbow, and back down again. Grab both hands, bring it to my chest, and roll it aside. It's a very safe exercise. You asked me what muscle I worked everything. And that's the amazing thing about it. It's a great way to get strong. It's safe. You're going to get a lot of benefits from it. But first, start with no weight. Work your way to weight, and you can vary it. We can talk about that in another episode. This is Chuck from Professional Sports Care Rehab. Thanks for tuning in.